many cough drops, especially those containing menthol, may increase coughs rather than resolve them.
That is the finding of a new study of more than 500 patients. The study was conducted by the Wisconsin Research and Education Network, WREN, which is headquartered at the UW School of Medicine and Public Health. Dr. David Hahn is a senior scientist at WREN. Welcome to Live at 4. Dr. Hahn, good to see you.
Good to be here.
This is fascinating.
It is fascinating, especially after the winter that we've had and so many people have been sick. Tell us a little bit about your study. What did you look at?
Well, let me go back and tell you why we did it, because it was not on my radar at all. A doctor from Green Bay named Dr. Bob Mead, who's a WREN member in our organization, which is a voluntary association of clinics and clinicians all around the state, called me up a couple of years ago, and he said he thought that cough drops sometimes made cough worse. And I said, what? I hadn't thought about that. But he gave me a compelling couple of stories of patients who came in with prolonged unexplained coughs. And he found out that they were taking large amounts of cough drops, bags, a day. And he said, well, yeah, it seems like a lot. Why don't you just stop for a couple days and see what happens? And lo and behold, the coughs went away. So he decided to contact me to see if we could do anything to figure this out.
So what did you figure out?
Well, we talked to our steering committee. Dr. Mead came and visited, and we had lots of input from an internist and a clinical pharmacist. And we consulted our expert, Dr. Google, who amazingly said there was very little ever studied about menthol. The little bit that was known was there's a syndrome called menthol toxicity.
So menthol is the culprit. It's the menthol in cough drops. And we're talking about over-the-counter cough drops.
Over-the-counter cough drops, most of which contain menthol in various doses. We made an educated guess that that might be the culprit because we couldn't think of any other alternative, frankly. And because of the menthol toxicity and the thought that maybe taking too much in the form of cough drops might have some sort of adverse effect on cough. So we did a survey of 5 of our clinics all over the state, and we basically asked adolescents and adults who were coughing, did they take cough drops, and if so, did they contain menthol? And so we were able to correlate the severity of the cough with the amount of menthol they were taking every day. And that's where we found this association.
Did that surprise you?
Well, we went into the study thinking that menthol might be the culprit. So the results confirmed beyond my wildest dreams what I thought we'd be able to find in this study. So it surprised me in the sense that it was so positive, quite frankly.
What is the takeaway for people who are watching? Are cough drops pointless?
No, I don't think that's the point. In moderation, I think they're fine. We're talking about people who took up to 100 milligrams of menthol a day. That's the equivalent of over a bag of cough drops. The usual cough drop contains 2 to 4, maybe 6 milligrams at the most, so count it up. 2 milligrams to get to 100, you've got to take 50 drops.
Which is a bagful.
At least.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 bags, who knows?
So your advice would be?
To clinicians, always ask, in patients who have this prolonged unexplained cough, ask about cough drop use and act accordingly. And to patients, maybe, moderate your cough drop use. And there are lots of other causes, of course, for cough. And so consult your physician if your coughs don't resolve like you'd expect.
You're notorious for this.
Oh, I was telling Dr. Hahn, I eat a lot of cough drops. Yeah.
I'll give you another anecdote about myself. After Dr. Mead called me, and I started thinking about this, then I got a bronchitis, probably virus. And as it was getting better and my cough was gone, I decided, there's a stage after a cough where you're much more sensitive. So I went out and bought menthol-containing cough drops for the first time in my life, and I took one, and it triggered my cough. So I thought, maybe there's something going on here that we should look at.
All right.
It's great information, something to think about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, interesting study. Doctor, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.